Hercule Poirot is back for his third outing in a haunting in Venice, and this one is his best one. Okay, so I'm actually a fan of murder mysteries in general. Not just Poirot, but just all of them. You know, like I like the Knives Out franchise as well. All the different Agatha Christie shows that are out there on streaming. Like I'm a fan of them. I grew up watching them with my mom, so it's they're you know like a guilty pleasure, or not even guilty. They're just a pleasure of mine, right? So I was really looking forward to this third of Kenneth Branagh's Poirot movies. And then I literally did not know this was out until today. Like I completely forgot about it. I saw the trailer when it surprised us. I think we did it. I think we did it on the channel when it surprised us back when it first came out. And I completely forgot about it until then. A buddy of mine said, "Let's go see Haunting in Venice," and I'm like, "All right, cool." It sounded like like a horror movie or something, and I didn't really know what it was about. But I was like, "All right, whatever. I'm not doing anything." So went to see it. And as we're in the theater, I'm like, oh, I wanted to see this movie. This is the next Hercule Poirot movie after Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. So yeah, now these movies, Kenneth Branagh is directing yet again, and he is playing the main character yet again. And he obviously, it's fantastic, has another ensemble cast of just, like, this dude's, his phone list, he just must have, like, A-list celebrities all throughout, because he just gets them for every movie. Like, you're going to see somebody you recognize. Even if you don't know their names, you're going to be like, oh, I know that person. Just A-list talent all throughout all three of these movies. So obviously, they do a fantastic job as well. Now, his movies, the first one, Murder on the Orient Express, I really liked. I liked watching the narrative, even though I guessed the ending. Like, I was able to figure out what had happened. So, but I still can watch that one just because I like watching the narrative and seeing all the characters and stuff introduced. The second one was the complete opposite. I really did not like the narrative leading up to the big reveal all that much at all. But I still think it's a better mystery, mostly because I had no idea who did it in that movie, in that story, I should say, and I was legit shocked at the ending. But now that I know it, I don't think I can go back and watch Death on the Nile again, because the big reveal is all I cared about for that one. This one, it's the best of both worlds in A Haunting of Venice. You have a great narrative, and you have a big reveal that you don't really see coming. Like, it's really good, at least in my viewing, let me say that. So, I definitely think it's the best one for that and for other reasons. Like I said, there's an ensemble cast here. All of them give A-list performances. Don't really need to go into that, but I will say two standouts. Michelle Yeoh as the... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even talk about what this movie's about. Let me give you some background real quick. Hercule Poirot is now living in Venice. It is 1947. Yeah, it's a couple years after World War II. And he's retired. He legit does not take cases anymore. He has hired a bodyguard to literally... the bodyguard has to beat people off of him. Like, people begging this famous detective to solve their cases because he's just not interested. He's become disillusioned with the idea because he's just... after seeing so much death and so many evil deeds done in all his cases, he's literally just been like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm just going to eat pastries and be alone. Then one day, one of his old friends, an author named Adrienne Oliver, played by Tina Fey, she comes to him. Not with a case, but with a proposal, because she knows he won't take the case. She's like, listen, there's a psychic I've been seeing who does these seances, and I can't figure out how she's doing them, but they seem really real. So she basically invites Poirot to one of these seances so that he can help her debunk this psychic who does this seance. That's the general point. They go to this house where this girl has died, and the psychic is planning to channel the girl's spirit. Obviously, while they're there, somebody dies, and Hercule Poirot does his thing. He locks the doors, says, one of you is a murderer, and I'm going to find you. And that's the movie, the plot of the movie, basically. So, like I was saying, Michelle Yeoh's character, she plays the psychic in this movie, the one who is channeling the the ghost of the deceased person. She does a great job. She's not in the movie all that long. I don't think, yeah, not in the movie all that long, but I mean, she does a great job. Like, her seance scene is one of the best I've seen. Her acting, I mean, no surprise, was incredible. Like, even while Poirot is, like, basically, like, live debunking, saying, nope, 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 fake, 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 she is still giving off, like, this performance. And there's a point where even he is like, okay, I don't know how she did that. And like, she makes you as an audience member feel that. So I thought it was great. Outside of her, Tina Fey is great to see her. She is comic relief in the movie, but that's not her role. She's actually quite serious in this film, and it's good to see her acting chops on display too. Because I also think she's pretty talented. Yeah, she's not just a comedian in this movie. She's Poirot's like right hand, his Robin, essentially. She's a mystery writer, and she's she helps him out with the case as certain things start to happen. And speaking of Poirot, I mean, it should go without saying, Kenneth Branagh, like, seriously, he might be my favorite Poirot right now, even more than the one on the old TV show with David Suchet, or Suchet. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. But yeah, like, the dude, like, I mean, so in this movie, like, and again, it's the narrative that really drives it home, but like, he doesn't even want to do this because he's just convinced there's so much evil in the world, right? And you see it on his face, his mannerisms, the way he talks to people. And even as he's solving this case, you can see he's just become disillusioned with, like, he's just like giving up hope, essentially. Like, there's no hope, there's no greater good, there's nothing. And this movie does a good job because it shows that, it's not just, oh, smart guy in a room, he's going to figure out who did it. It shows him actually struggling, like, with his beliefs. And it serves as a bit of a redemption, or not redemption, a comeback for him as as he's solving this case, he's starting to, I guess, believe again, and feel that there are things worth doing. So I thought that was really good, and Kenneth Branagh pulled it off perfectly. The central mystery itself was actually quite interesting. So this one is called A Haunting in Venice because, like, the idea is that the people are dying from causes that aren't natural, like they're supernatural causes. And due to that, there are a few jump scares in this movie. The movie itself isn't scary, like it's really not. But I mean, it really plays with sound. It does that thing, where it's just dead quiet, then all of a sudden the phone rings, or like there's a loud bang, or a chandelier falls, or something, right? That'll, make you upright for a moment, but like that's as deep as it goes. I mean, any other scares you see, they're coming from a mile away. You understand them. But what's actually more interesting than even the scares is the way this haunting impacts Poirot, because he's so analytical. He's so like down to earth. Then when he sees things he can't explain, other people are just like, okay, well that's clearly a ghost, right? And he's like, no, it can't be, even though he doesn't know how to explain it. So seeing that, like, that kind of duel in his mind is really, really cool. And like I said, man, I didn't see what was going on. The whodunit, which I think that's what a lot of people are there for. It was actually pretty good. I didn't see it really coming. I will say though, this one, out of all three movies, the reveal on this one was probably the most direct. And also it might be because this is probably the shortest of the three movies. Maybe they just wanted to, in the climax, they just wanted to get it over with. I don't know. But in the other movies, like, as he's figuring it out, he's walking you through the steps of his process and saying, this happened, this happened, this happened, and that led to you. In this movie, he literally just gathers them all up and said, you did it. And then, I mean, he explains why they did it, but then he's like, yeah, it was you, and we know it was you. And then the movie just, like, after that, I think there's like 10 minutes left in the movie, and that's it. I'm not complaining about that either. It was a really good runtime. Didn't feel like anything was really wasted. So, I liked it. I think this is probably the best one, and I'm really, really hoping it does well enough that we get another one. Because, I mean, Kenneth Branagh seems to like being in front of and behind the camera, and I like watching him do that. So, yeah, this one I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Did you like it? Which one of these movies do you like the best? Or what's your favorite murder mystery? Are you into them like I am? Let me know right down there in the comments. And until next time, I'm out.